Are you conducting a band again, man?
Trying to conduct myself in a normal manner.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another round of Flight Club. This is Jeff's Custom RC, and you know Wayne over here, Mr. Band Conductor, I guess is what you're doing. Um, Glad to have you guys here tonight. We already got several guys coming in. See, your dad's here tonight again, and your sister.
My dad's here?
Yeah.
I was going to call him when I got home, but I ran into problems over there at my own electronics store.
Sure. Tell it like it is.
My PDD switch was bad.
I'm telling you, man, we're constantly working on something. If it ain't here, we're working on something somewhere.
My Kester 44 was down to 32 and it wouldn't weld.
I'm telling you, something, man. Always doing something.
Always something. Never seems to be progress, but we're doing something.
Exactly.
It seems like we, one step forward, 600 back.
But glad to have you guys here tonight, as always, and hope you can see us good. Everything sounds good. Hope it is. Let us know with some emojis.
No rookie audio engineer tonight.
Not tonight. But anyway, we are here tonight, guys, and we've been talking to you guys several shows. This last show we were at last week, we were talking to you about lights for the T28 sitting over here behind Wayne. And we got them in hand, and we're going to be showing those to you tonight, as well as talking with Dave's over at Dave's RC Electronics. And we're going to bring him in a minute. But first, I want to say hello to everybody we got popping in here tonight. We got a lot of guys rolling up in here tonight, man. Already up to 20 fellas. We'll give a little roll call here real quick. First one in the house tonight, Shadow Ops. Thanks for coming by, Eric, Keith Christie, Craig Bevan, Ken Wade. What's up, Ken? Victor RC Jets. We've got RC Flying Veteran. Good to have you here tonight. Bert Schreiber, of course. Jeff in Lower Alabama, or RC LA Jeff, as I like to call him. RC. We've got, let's see, Paul McNeil, John Holligan. How are you tonight? Good to see you. Mike Fox. How you doing, man? Haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing
Better
good.
Be working on that big plane.
Yeah, exactly. We got Mom in the house. Good to have you here tonight, as always. CVO Hobo. And got more guys coming in as we speak. Appreciate all of you for being here tonight. And with that being said, we're going to bring in Dave over at Dave's RC Electronics. You guys, please give him a big welcome, and let me introduce you to him. And here he is. What's up, buddy?
How we doing?
I'm doing good, man. Glad you are. We spoke a little earlier and kind of got everything hooked up, and you're looking good, and your picture's good. You said you've been slinging some solder this evening?
Yeah, I've been working on some lights.
I hear you, man. Well, we've got a awesome package of lights here that we received from you and Thomas over at Legend Hobby. We're super happy to have them. And very, very bright. As I was telling Wayne and I tonight, we're sitting here, and I'm telling you, man, it was like about to put my eyes out, especially the landing lights for this airplane. What do you think, man?
I'm just now getting my vision back.
Yeah. I mean, it's like you see spots for a while, you know. Wayne's typically more of an electrical person than I am, so this is all down his forte.
That's a relative comment.
Nah, he knows what he's doing with this kind of stuff, man. But like I said, if any of you guys have not heard of Dave's RC Electronics, please, at some point, not right a second, because we're getting ready to talk to you about this stuff, go over to the website. I put the website address in here. You can click on the link later if you choose. Mr. Tim Toutant, glad to have you here tonight as always, buddy. Tim loves some lights too now, and he's slinging around some money. He puts really cool lights and sound systems on everything he's got. But I'm going to let Wayne kind of get into showing the lights and describing them and kind of telling you guys more about them. And then you can chime in, Dave, as well, because you custom designed these lights for the T28, correct?
Correct, yes.
Is there anything in particular that you did that you liked about it, or something special about it?
Well, the way we came up with that scheme, I guess the first set of lights I made was for a friend of mine, Stan Alexander, who writes in the Model Aviation magazine. He does the Scale RC column, and that was a couple of years ago. He did some research and found that having the two beacons and the landing lights and the wingtip lights was pretty much scale for that particular aircraft. So that's how we came up with the scheme for that light set. But having said that, they're all completely customizable. So if there's a customer out there who wants a different arrangement of strobes or beacons or whatever, we can accommodate, any package you can dream up. But that particular package seems to be scale for the Trojan.
Awesome. Well, that's great. And we'll get into this in a minute, but I know you got some other stuff coming down the pipe as well. But I'm going to get Wayne to kind of show what we got going on here and let you guys see it. And we'll turn them on for you and show you how bright these things are.
We're going to turn on our audience?
Well, no, lights.
All right. Here's what we got. It comes with everything that he sent. That's just a picture. But this is the real deal right here. Okay. You see this little pack of yumness? I'm going to turn that on for you. All you do is we have it plugged into the port of number 5, right?
Your channel, yeah.
You have that. That's your favorite. You love retracts. And then I'm going to hook up the battery. Oh, yeah. So you got your running lights. That's just your running lights. I don't know if I can get them in there correctly. Our Canon Barber camera. All right. So, and then we hit the landing gear. Oh, there we go.
Now everybody's blind.
Yeah, you're blind, right?
Geez, thanks.
Yeah, it's good. It's almost like Christmas.
You know.
It's real simple. And then it just unravels and goes down your wing. And then it comes with the connectors that you have to separate, right? And then solder these on.
Yes.
Your wings to your fuselage so you can
pull everything apart. Yeah.
And
he does these guys so that you can custom design them to the length you want from the fuselage to the wing, which is really nice because that way you get to pick and choose where your junction box and your selector switch and everything goes. And he's also got that in a really nice 3D printed holder as well that looks really good.
Yep. Right there. Like I know what I'm talking about. I don't. But there it is. Without all that stuff, it won't work.
And these can be set to how many different sequences, Dave?
There's 3 different modes. It's beacon speeds is what it is. The Trojan has 2 rotating beacons, one on the turtle deck and one on the belly. And so you've got 3 different speeds, slow, medium, and fast. And you have a little push button switch there on the top left-hand corner of that board that you use to select the speed. And once you've found the speed that you prefer, you just leave it there. And about 20 seconds later, the circuit will memorize that setting, and they'll come on that setting every time you turn the plane on until you change it.
Awesome. That's pretty impressive, man. That it'll memorize what you put it on. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that way you don't have to reset it every time you turn the plane on.
That's excellent. Yeah. Those are super bright, guys. I mean, as you can see, and the camera doesn't do them any justice. Now, Dave, John Holligan had a question on how to install lights is my question. Anything you can give him there that might help out?
Well, if you're installing them in an ARF, of course, that's the most difficult scenario. If you're installing them in a kit, it's a lot easier to do. But if you're installing them in an ARF, it's a little bit more of a challenge. Probably the best tip I could give you would be, if you don't already know about the little bead and string trick to pull your wires through the wing, go to the hardware store and get a little short piece of beaded chain. Okay. And put it on a length of string, twine, and you can put that in one end of the wing and just shake it, and that beaded chain will find the lightning holes in those ribs. And
there's a tip for you.
Yeah, and it'll allow you to pull those wires right through the wing. And all you have to do is just drill a hole in the wing. I think most of my customers probably just let those LEDs protrude out of the edge of the wing. They come with holders that you can use if you prefer black plastic holders.
Yep.
Yeah. But I think most customers probably just let those LEDs just protrude because it kind of looks like a molded fitting.
Okay.
And looks really nice. And the 8mm LEDs don't get hot, so you don't have to worry about it doing any damage to the boss or the covering. And then you cut the wire wherever you need to cut it in order to install the disconnect. And it's really not that difficult. It may sound like it, but it's really not.
Okay, well, John again was asking only the landing lights. Let's see. My question is where to install the landing lights so they look scale.
I think on the Trojan, the landing lights were in the leading edge, close to the root of the wing. So maybe a few inches from the fuselage in the leading edge of the wing.
Okay, yeah, because there's not a lot of pictures out there that show the landing lights. Some people, and I've talked to a friend of mine who's a pilot and has his own real scale plane. And you know, in any picture I've seen of the landing lights, they're up inside the wing, actually under the bottom of the wing. And he said they could be the type of lights that actually rotate downward like this, and then they rotate back flush into the wing. Now, I don't know.
I don't think that's the way it is on the Trojan. I believe on the Trojan they're in the leading edge.
Okay.
But now there are some aircraft that are that way. And I have, now that you mention it, I have a drop-down landing light kit that provides the signal to rotate the servo and turns the LEDs on and off. That's
okay, yeah, that's it. That's exactly what John was talking about. And he actually said, yes, they were with a rotating motor to extend the light. So that's kind of, John, hopefully that answers your question. He's got, it sounds like Dave's got everything you need. If you really want to make that happen, you can do that.
Yeah. There's I know the Cessna 310 has that. I think the new Texan, not the World War II trainer, but the new A6 Texan, I believe it has drop down panels. So that I have a circuit that when you flip the gear switch, it'll rotate the panel down and turn the lights on or off. So that's doable. But I think in the Trojan, they were in the leading edge.
Okay. All right. And you know, you've also got a board that can come with this if you want to do a different setup, right?
Yes. I can customize lights to, I tell a lot of people I can make an LED whistle Dixie. So
okay. I got you.
whatever,
That's good to know. Good to know.
Whatever you want it to do, we can do it. That's
good to know. And also you can run these lights off of a separate pack if you should choose, right?
You can. You need to tell me that when you place the order. It takes a different cable to do that. You have to, of course, have the cable for the battery connection, and then we have to modify the cable that goes into the receiver a little bit. But that's an option. It's really not necessary though. The 8mm LEDs draw about 100 milliamps each when they're on solid. Okay. If they are strobing or are acting as a rotating beacon, it's about half that or less. So the entire light set is probably only drawing maybe 500 milliamps of current. Okay. And most receiver batteries will never even know they're there. Doesn't limit your flight time at all.
Okay, and also the in case you guys didn't see it when Wayne was holding it up here, the landing lights also come with the little domes that you can put in the wing as well to make them much brighter, and it really intensifies that light. So that way you get those as well, along with the little mounting tabs that Wayne was showing you guys right here, and your wing connector pieces if you should choose to use those as well. It's a pretty nice kit, man, and all of the directions here, guys, are color. There's also a scan tag you can scan that'll give you more information, carry you to, I guess, where would that carry you, Dave?
To the website.
To the website, okay. Yeah. And so, yeah, I mean, those little tabs that hold those in place are really nice as well. The whole set's nice down to your 3D printed little board here on the back of the panel here. That's really nice too. It's very clean printing, I must say. So let's see, make sure I'm not missing any questions here from anybody. Let's see, Ken Wade said, I found the location by doing a Google for the T-28 walk around. John Holligan said, I am a full-size T-28 mechanic. Can you see the comments, Dave?
I can't, no.
They should be, if you've got StreamYard, they should be on the right side of your screen where it says comments. You should be able to click on those.
I do now, yes. Okay,
and you can read along, and that way, Scott Monarch was asking 2S LiPo compatible.
Yes. As a matter of fact, the board is regulated. So it doesn't matter what your receiver voltage is. Doesn't matter whether you're running it off a 4.8, 6 volt, 7.4. It doesn't matter. The board's regulated, so no issues. Okay.
All right, good deal. And I noticed EQRC is in here tonight. He's always hanging out with us. And EQ, as I told you earlier today, Dave, is getting the B-17 from Legend Hobby if he doesn't already have it. And aren't you making something there?
I do. I have a set specifically for the B-17.
And how many lights does that incorporate?
Oh, let's see. That one's got 6 also. I think the main difference between the B17 kit and the Trojan kit, this is the B17 kit.
Okay.
I think the main difference in that is that the B17 includes a white tail cone light, just a solid light for the rudder, and it has a white strobe and a red beacon rather than two red beacons. You've got a white strobe and a red beacon, in addition to the red and green wingtip lights and the landing lights. And I believe the wire length is a little longer on the tail cone because that B17's got a long tail moment on it.
Yeah. Well, we're hoping we might have one of those in our hands for us all over with too. So we're hoping on that as well. So we might need to get those from you. Yeah. And so tell us a little bit more about what you do. I mean, how long have you been doing this? What got you into it and things like that?
Well, it started, it really is a fluke. I never really intended for it to become a business. Right after I started flying myself, I went to a swap meet down in Perry, Georgia, and I bought some used servos. And I got them home, and one of them was stripped, and the other one jittered so badly I couldn't even use it. So I said, well, that's not going to happen again. So I made myself a servo tester. I'll show you here. This is the first thing I ever made for myself. And I just put that in my pocket and take it to swap meets. And if I'm going to buy a used servo, I just connect the servo up to it and I test it, run it back and forth, make sure it's good. And some of the guys in my club saw that and said, hey man, where'd you get that? And so I made a few for the buddies in my club. Now you have to remember, this was 20 plus years ago. This is before the Chinese started flooding the market with all the RC stuff that they make. And so after that, I put some lights on my trainer, the plane that I learned to fly on. And same thing happened. Some of the guys in my club asked me, where'd you get the lights? And will you do that for me? And so I told my wife one day, I said, I think I could make a little bit of extra money doing this. And so one thing led to another. And the more I did, the more requests I got for things. And so finally, I guess it's been about 8 or 9 years ago now, I realized that I was either going to have to get on the horse or get off of it.
Yeah.
So I decided to go full time with it. And it's now full time plus. I do it all day, every day. That's
awesome, man. Well, look, it's not work if you're doing something you love,
It doesn't feel like work. I really enjoy it.
Well, that's good. Well, just off of I think you got a few orders just off of last week's show, didn't you?
I did. Yes, sir. Sure did.
That's great, man. That's great. We love anybody that contributes to the channel and kind of sponsors us on the channel. And we've got Sean over at Scale RC Engines that's working on the 3D cockpit for this airplane and things like that. And so we're trying to get it as scale as we can, and we're happy to have him on the channel as well. And he's getting these things made, and hopefully we hope to have that in our hands right here shortly, and we can get that going in. And there's also a light in the cockpit as well, and we're going to have that going. And hopefully I may will hook it into your stuff somehow because I want it to work. Yeah, I mean, lights on an airplane, when we're watching videos with friends that do stuff like that, the biggest thing they say is, well, it doesn't have lights, or it doesn't have big enough lights, or, so everybody loves lights, man. Don't you like lights? Yeah,
I do.
So,
I have a lot of customers that tell me that it also helps with orientation.
Oh gosh, yeah,
especially at dusk.
Yeah,
and dawn.
Yeah.
Man, you're flying a shadow. When it gets out there, you don't know if it's coming at you or if it's going away from you.
Yeah,
that's the scariest part.
That's what I'm saying, man. And like I said, we like doing late afternoon flights too. And
we used to do those a couple of years ago.
Yeah,
it's been so long since we've flown.
I tell you, man, the weather here in North Carolina, it's like one day it's nice, but of course it's every day I'm working. And then he got to go fly last Thursday for a while, and it was wonderful. I had to work. And then on weekends, it turns cloudy here, and it's just blah.
It's like flying a cloud.
Hey, John, thank you, man. John throwing a killer donation to the channel, man. We appreciate all that, and it means a lot to us, man. I'm telling you, it all helps out here and keeps things going, and that's what it's all about, I mean, these guys being here every week, and like I said, getting new companies up here like you and the small guy and trying to help them stay going. So tell us a little more. I've looked over your brochure and things like that you put in here, which is also a really nice, as you guys can see, a very nice color brochure with several of Dave's products in here. I mean, tell us a little more about what you offer and what you got and what they can get from you, man.
Well, in addition to the navigation light sets, I also manufacture a number of different servo type devices. I have servo reversers. I have a servo tester. I manufacture a lot of gear door sequencers. That's become a pretty good category for me. As a matter of fact, I'm building some stuff for Robart now.
Oh, cool.
And I've got retract controllers. I've got a lot of scale accessories. I have some machine guns that flash like a cannon on a machine gun. I have an afterburner set that flashes like an afterburner on a jet. So I respond a lot to what customers ask me for, and we've got a pretty good line now, and it keeps me busy.
I'm noticing too in your brochure you also do power supplies.
I do. I take computer power supplies that I recycle, I modify them a little bit, and they're very useful as power supply for home chargers, battery chargers.
Right.
So you don't have to try to keep a 12-volt battery sitting around to run your field charger.
That's nice. Yeah, well, that's one thing. You know, my first nicer setup for charging lipos at the field was 2 12-volt power supplies put together, you know, to give you 24 volts. And that worked great until I actually, you know, did something better. And I, you know, a lot of guys use those at the field. I think you use some power supplies too, don't you, on your stuff?
Yeah, I run 2. I got a 1200 watt, 75 amp, 24 volt.
Okay, yeah.
And then I have 12 volt, whatever it is that's producing on that one. But yeah, I run 2.
Yeah.
And I run 4 chargers.
Yeah, he's got a pretty big setup too.
Prehistoric redneck style.
Hey, it works.
It looks great. It's paid for.
That's right. It looks good too. I mean, he's got everything organized.
I also carry servo extensions and servo Ys and battery connectors and things like that.
Servo reversers, right?
The servo reverser is
because my pilot, when I go left, my pilot goes like this.
Yeah, I guess you'd have to have a reverser for that.
Well, I can't reverse it because my rudder's set up correctly. If I reverse it, I mean, my guy will be looking right, and then my airplane will be going left, or however. It's just dyslexic.
So that's what he would have to have, right?
I need to send you one of my pilot animators. I have a circuit you can connect to your pilot that'll make his head turn randomly.
Ah, yeah, that's
like
cool.
He's looking around.
Cool. You can do an Exorcist where he goes all the way around 360 degrees.
Don't do that, but I could probably make that happen.
I believe you can. By the looks of your shop, it looks like you can find whatever you need when you need to. You don't want to come and look at my shop.
Yeah, mine either. Yeah, I mean, I've got 2 pilots that are going in the T28, and you know, it'd be cool to kind of have them be able to look in different directions or whatever. I think that's pretty neat. I'm gonna put those in there. Both the heads on those move, and I don't know if once I hook those up to the rudder, if they're gonna move together or what they're gonna do. I don't have a clue yet.
I'll send you some animators. You'll like them. They have a random sequence generator in them that makes the head move different directions, different amounts, and there's pauses in between the movements, so it looks very natural.
That'd be cool. That'd be really.
Does it have a servo reverser switch on it?
It doesn't need a reverser. It automatically makes.
So he's just going like this, right?
He's just looking around the cockpit the way
it's like he was eating chicken wings at Hooters.
And how do you put that in? Do you wire it into a certain channel or?
Yeah, just connect it to any channel. And I've got 2 versions of it. One, you can switch it on and off from your transmitter. The other one just works as soon as the receiver's powered.
That's cool that you can switch it off and on. That way, if you don't want him to look around, he stops. You know what I mean? That's pretty cool. I like that.
If you want to have some fun, put that in one of your planes and take it to the field one day and keep it off until somebody's kind of looking at the plane, and then just cut it on for a second, cut it back off, and watch their face.
Yeah, that's cool. I would dig that. That'd be pretty cool. Like I said, I've got 2 of these pilots that are going in here that Thomas sent us that are 10-inch scale pilots with the moving head. So
that's exactly the one that I used for the demo video on the website. You can go on the website and look at it.
yeah,
And that's exactly the pilot I used.
that's cool, man. I like that. I'm definitely going to have to do that. Let's see. Looking forward to seeing how the guns move on the B-17 myself. I've got the 360 servos to use. That's EQRC. He's the one that's getting the B-17. And he says he's looking forward to seeing the guns move on the B-17.
If he wants to call me, I actually have some circuits that I made for Bruce Sanders at Century Jet Models.
Okay.
For the B-17 that he made.
Right.
And they are turret controls, and they make the turrets rotate randomly in different directions. So it makes them look very scale-like. Those are not on the website, but I have those circuits already done. I can provide him with those.
There you go, EQ. He can hook you up, man. You need to get up with Dave over there.
They're designed for the 360 servos.
That's killer. And again, guys, you know, Dave's when you go to Dave's website and you're trying to do it, I put the if you look at the bottom of your screen on the ticker, it's Dave's RCE.
That's what we missed.
.com.
That's what I missed when I was looking it up.
And you explained that to us last week. So you want to tell us why that is again?
Well, it's Dave's Radio Controlled Electronics. Dave's RC was a domain that was already taken when I set up my website several years ago. So I added the E to it so that I could own the domain, and it fits the name of the business anyway. So
that's good. No, that explains it. So don't forget, guys, you got to put in davesrce.com. And now, you know, most of us here love the God, I just went out here somewhere. Damn, I had it right here and it went again. I'm getting old, man. That's the problem.
Yeah,
you know? So
that's what happens.
We got so much going on. My A10. Now, everybody loves a gun on an A10. Have you done any work for the gun on the front or anything on that?
I don't really have that GR8, is it? I think.
Yeah.
I haven't really tried to come up with anything that creates any sound. Probably a sound card or some sort of sound for RC planes is one of the things I get the most requests for.
Okay.
But I've not been able to come up with anything I'm satisfied with. In order to make it loud enough that you can hear it further than 10 feet away, it takes an amplifier and a speaker that are so big and heavy that the plane won't fly anymore.
Oh, okay.
And so I've never been able to come up with something that I'd put in my plane. So I know there's a guy out there that makes sound cards, and I think they work really well, but you have to be pretty close to the plane to really get the effect. And I just never have been able to.
Okay, so and I'll tell you something else that I really like a lot, and I know one of our guests that's typically on here each week that follows our show, Mr. Tim Toutant. He's got a super huge, nice A10 that's got twin turbines and everything, and is even with his foam models, it looks really good. And those are slime lights. Do you make something like that?
Slime lights? No, I don't know what that is.
Well, some people call them formation lights. They're found on the A10, the F4. They look like the long green kind of light that runs down the side. Sometimes on the back of the A10, on the F4 has them. And some people call them formation lights. But they're kind of a fluorescent green color. And they're normally, on the models, they're normally about 2 to 3 inches or so long, and they're probably 1/4 of an inch tall. And they look amazing, especially, afternoon flying formation and things like that.
I've got some LED bars. They're called COB, circuit chip on board. I've got some of those, and I do have a circuit for formation lights. Now it's actually for World War II planes, and it uses a small round flat light, the kind that were often found on the bottom of like a P-51 Mustang or something like that. And we could use those to it, but that's not something I've done much of yet.
Well, these, like I say, a lot of the foamies that you can buy today.
That's what it is right there on the F4.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's a lot of the planes come with the decals that look like that. But like I said, Tim Toutant and some of the other guys have actually found some of these particular lights somewhere, and they're putting them in the place of the sticker. Where the sticker should go on the plane, they're actually going in and cutting the foam out and it's not real thick, and they're laying it inside. And it is a beautiful effect on a lot of these military planes and jets that are supposed to have them. And there's not any that come from the factory that I'm aware of in the foam planes that actually have them. So you have to put them in aftermarket.
Gotcha.
But they look really good. And like I said, Tim's done several of his planes with them. And every time he's shown them on his channel or whatever, they look really nice.
I think we could do that. I've got some LED panels that I think would work well for that, but I can switch any kind. If you've got a customer that has a particular light they want to use, we can control it. I can incorporate it into a light set that they can turn on and off from the transmitter. That's
Right.
easy to do. That's
Yeah,
that's another category I have. I have a number of different switches that will allow you to turn just about anything on and off from the transmitter.
Yeah, and that's another thing I like about the light set for the T28. You can cut your landing lights off and on with a switch. You can put them on a dial if you choose. So that's another really cool feature of these lights, again, that we got from you. They can be turned off and on from the transmitter.
Right. Yeah, that makes them a lot more fun, and that way you don't have to fly around with your landing lights on all the time.
Yeah, I've used a company talking about sound systems several times in numerous foam planes. It's made by ESS Sense One is the company, and they do a really good sound system for the money. You can't beat it. I think they're around $80. Comes with 2 transducers, your amp, and you can download 2 sounds into each system.
Right.
I've used those on several of my big foamies, and with a big cavity on those airplanes, they sound really good, you know?
Yeah.
So that's another thing. But I didn't know if you had done anything like for the A10 gun that looks like it lights up when it's spinning or anything like that.
I haven't. I'd love to try. Just haven't had a call for that.
Well, like I
I
said,
like
man,
the
there isn't
challenge.
much you can't do, as we hear. So you know, let's see. Keith Christie said glow EL wire, but it wouldn't be very bright.
Yeah.
Not sure what that is.
That EL wire is the only problem with the EL wire is I think it takes 12 volts to illuminate it, so that might be a little bit of a problem in a foamy.
Okay.
But
I got
yeah,
you.
there's different ways to do it. I haven't. That's just one of those things I haven't really had an opportunity to work with too much. But I'm open to trying anything like that. If customer wants it,
Well, that's why I say if there's something you guys want, if you'll just hit Dave up and let him know, maybe show him some pictures, things like that. I don't see why, if you've got the supplies, you probably couldn't get it done for him.
we can do it. It's just
Yeah.
just a question of having the call for it.
Right. So I know, you're doing stuff for Thomas Legend Hobby. What are the top models that you're working on for lights and things like that for Legend Hobby right now?
Well, we've got the T28, we've got the B17. I also have a set for the Shock Cub that they sell. I've got a set for the Cessna 310, I believe it is. A set for the Decathlon, and then they just came out with they're in the process of coming out with another kit that I haven't actually built a set of lights for yet. Thomas told me as soon as they get the prototypes in, we'll start working on a set of lights for that. I can't remember what that one is, but that one, I don't think they've actually introduced that one yet.
Well, that's great. Well, and so you guys know, if you go to Dave's RC Electronics to the end of March, did you say?
Yes. From now until the last day of March.
Okay. Dave is going to give you guys a code on the show tonight, and you can get 10% off of your entire order. Is that correct?
That's correct. Just use the coupon code Flight Club 2024.
Hey, there you go, guys. So that gives you 10% off of your entire order. So if you're needing a set of lights for your T28 or your B17 EQ or anything else, servo testers, etc., let Dave know when you get there that you saw it here by putting in the Flight Club 2024 code, and you'll knock 10% off, man. That's great.
Yeah, glad to do it.
Well, everybody loves a deal these days, especially every time you turn around, inflation's killing us all. So, you know,
Word.
that's the thing about it. It's you go to the grocery store, anywhere else you go, everything's getting more expensive, you know, and
$18 for a Big Mac combo in LA.
really,
18 bucks.
wow,
I know.
gosh, I can't imagine.
And then that one lady said, "Oh, we should up the minimum wage to $50 an hour."
Oh Lord, man, I can't.
Well, what do you
imagine that.
expect? Who's going to buy anything at $50 an hour? And you got 20 people back there. That's $1,000 an hour to cook a burger.
Yeah, nah, it better be good. But they're
Well,
dumping
you know.
all over places now for the prices of their stuff. So you know,
It's not like they go start anything and create anything. They just tax everything and then make everything go up and then make you pay for it.
exactly,
That's the best plan.
exactly.
I don't think
right.
that's sustainable. I'm pretty sure. I don't quite think that's going to make it.
Yeah. Let's see. EQ said hell is $12 here in South Carolina.
I
No
know. I
kidding.
complained to those $10 over here in Aden where we
Yeah.
are, and I'm going, dang! And then the guy goes, no, man, it's 18 in LA. I said, dang!
Yeah, double Whopper combo is $12. and some
Pastrami
change.
sandwich, just the pastrami sandwich alone, $17 over
Wow.
by my dad's house. That's just the sandwich. I'm not saying it's not good. It's great,
Mm.
but
Ruff wanted to know, Dave, do you use buck converters in your controllers?
No need for it. The LEDs don't need that much voltage. As a matter of fact, I use a regulator to drop the voltage down to 5 volts. All of the LEDs run on about 5 volts.
Okay. Yeah, that's typical of most of your LEDs. This control board and everything looks nice on this set. I mean, your work is awesome, man. It looks really good.
Thank you, sir.
I mean, show them that control board up close, man. Let me get out your way so you can get up there.
I think this is what they call electronic porn.
Hey, yeah, no doubt, right?
I'm trying to get my Ken and Barbie camera
Back
to focus.
up.
There
There
it is.
we go.
There it is. Dave's RC Electronics. There's Dave on one side. I don't know which side you guys are seeing it on, but there he is. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that looks nice. That's clean, man.
I take it you don't sneeze when you're soldering?
No,
Yeah. Because if you did, you'd have like 6 things soldered together that's not supposed to be.
Right. Now, do you make your own 3D trays for these?
I do.
They're very neat. I mean, the 3D printing is super nice,
That's
man.
very fine.
It looks very good. Very
Yeah,
clean.
I do everything. I design the circuit. I lay out the circuit board. I do have the boards manufactured professionally, but then I solder the components, and then I write the program that goes on the chip that
Wow.
makes it do what it does. That's one of the reasons I can customize them the way I do. Is you just tell me what arrangement of lights you want, strobes, beacons, whatever, and I can do it.
That's great to know, man. I think that's fantastic. And again, I'm going to hold this up so you guys can see this as well. So if you want any information, this is Dave's card, and he sends that along with your stuff right there. If any of you guys need the number to his store, there it is right there. I'm digging your logo, man. You really need to make some t-shirts. I like that a lot, man. I would wear those around at the field all day long with the guys. They'd all dig that.
I'll talk to the boss about that.
My buddy Brian Brody that's in here tonight, man, he loves a P40, bud. So he's all over a plane like that. He would wear a shirt like that in a heartbeat.
That's my favorite.
Yeah, and Brian also put the comment in here that says, I like that Dave answers the phone when you call. That is always excellent customer service right there.
I do. That number is straight to my cell phone, so I'll answer. If I don't answer the phone, it's because I'm already on the other line, but I'll call you back.
Well, that's the thing. Nowadays, again, in today's world, you normally get a computer. You don't get a person.
Hello.
I mean, you know,
Hello.
try calling Horizon Hobby, see what you get.
We're calling
I
you
mean-
about your car's extended warranty.
Hey, you don't even get that with Horizon Hobby, man. I mean, it's like you
I
call
know.
them. and-
We'll email. Well, you fill out the form,
Yeah.
and then we'll get back.
unless you're on the preferred list where you spend more money.
The only
you know.
time you get a call from the big shot is when you owe them money.
Something. Yeah,
Then
exactly.
you get the call.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's great to have that kind of customer service, man. Jared Kirby, what's up, buddy? How are you tonight? Jared does a lot of Legend Hobby planes as well. and he's constantly building something. Matter of fact, he's getting ready to get the white Zero from Legend.
Did he
Hobby.
get all his money for Christmas? Did he order it?
I guess I think it said it was.
I think
coming.
I seen him on the cardboard sign in the center divider in town.
Yeah, that's right.
Need money for a Zero. Everybody's going, why do you need money for a Zero?
For Zero,
I don't even know what
exactly.
a Zero is.
But yeah, he's building that plane right now, and he wants to know: do you make a light kit for the 50cc Seagull P47 from Legend Hobby?
Yes, that would be probably. I have a what I call a Warbird navigation light set that is just red and green wingtip and a solid white light for the tail. A lot of World War II Warbirds, that's the only navigation lights they really had. There were no landing lights, there were no strobes or beacons, but they did have, I think they used them more for taxi lights than anything, but they had the red and green wingtip lights, and then they had a white light on the tail. And I do have a set that's just those.
Okay, good deal.
That's probably what you'd use on that plane. Although, if you want something more than that, I mean, I can give you anything you want. Some guys want to keep it scale, and some guys want to dress it up a little bit. It's hard to go wrong when you're putting lights on a Warbird, a World War II Warbird, because most of them didn't have lights, and if they did have lights, it's probably a reproduction or I guess you'd call it a recreation of the original plane. That has modern lighting on it, so you can get away with pretty much doing anything you want to do.
Yeah, so there you go, Jared. Hit Dave up over at Dave's RC Electronics and use code Flight Club 2024, and you can get 10% off those lights, man, and he will fix you right on up.
Be glad to.
I think that's awesome, man. Well, look, we're going to let you get out of here because I know you got a lot going on, man, and dealing with a lot of things at home. And
timer start.
Timer
stop.
Yeah, she's always talking on that radio.
Timer start. Timer stop.
I don't have that. My wife doesn't have that button.
Timer start. Timer stop.
But yeah, we're going to let you get out of here, and we so much appreciate you being here tonight, taking your time out of your busy schedule to hang out with us and let everybody know what you got. I'm going to get these lights put in this T28, and we're going to get them on here and show it to you again and let you see what we got and try to make you proud with what we got going on.
Yeah, it's good stuff. You guys need to get a couple.
Yeah, exactly.
Look at that baby. Look at that. That's electronic porn. Hold on. There it is. Ken Barg camera. Zoom in.
Yeah.
It's been my pleasure, guys.
He gets excited. And, like I said, man, we will definitely each week be shouting you out, talking about you here. And love to have you back on sometime if you got time when things settle down and talk some more about lights because everybody loves lights.
Absolutely. Anytime. Be glad to.
Awesome, man. Well, look, thank you. Have a great night. And you and I will be talking. And if you get free or something, give me a holler. And if I got any questions on any stuff, I might give you a holler.
Ring me up.
All right, Dave. Have a good night, man. And thank you again.
Thanks, Dave.
Thanks, guys.
See you, buddy. Night. All right, guys. Well, there you have it. Mr. Dave over there at Dave's RC Electronics, guys. Working hard, getting things done, getting lights made for these airplanes, guys. So if there's something you got, whether it's foam plane, whether it's a balsa, a kit plane, whatever.
What do you think you could do for a Buick 2004?
Well, as bright as those lights are, those landing lights, I think you might be all right, man.
Maybe. I don't know.
I mean, because his landing lights are killing. I mean, you can't look at them. I mean,
No, I know. It took me a while to get my eyes adjusted after
I'm
you
serious.
turned it on.
I'm serious,
Want to
man.
see it again?
Yeah, fire it up again. Show
Fire
it
it
to
up
me
again.
One more
Fire it
time.
up again.
Fire in the
Fire in the
hole.
hole.
Coming on.
Coming in. 1, 2, 1.
You can tell we get
5.
excited around here over things like this, Power up everything. There it is. Gosh, man, that's bright.
Not bright yet.
Yeah, you don't even have
How about now?
No,
How
stop.
about now?
Yeah,
Good?
Yeah.
You like it? You like it?
Light it up.
Where's it? Everything's reversed.
Those little
There it
reflectors,
is.
man, around
Yeah,
those
see that?
lanterns. Yeah.
Look in there. See it?
That's bright, man.
Yeah, it is. It's really
Super
good.
bright. And it's such a clean design. That's what's so
Yeah,
nice.
it's all
about
zip
it.
tied on. Looks good, high quality solders, like I would know
Of course, yeah.
because I'm comparing it to mine, so it's
Yeah,
got to
but
be
you-
good.
I mean, you solder good, Wayne. Come on now.
Uh,
Compared to my solder, you do a great job. So yeah, Scott Monarch said, "Don't fly into the lights." Hey, if
Yeah.
you left these on a summer night, you're gonna have bugs flying around your plane. I mean, because these things are gonna draw bugs in like crazy, as bright as they are. They look really, really good. That's just amazing. You don't get that light quality on everything. I can tell you that. I love it, and just the cleanness of it, man. I mean,
Yeah.
everything is so neat.
I like that little what do you call it when it pulses like that?
Yeah.
What do they call that in naval aviation? A pulse?
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know. It's pulsing.
Scott said, "Turn them up to 11."
11. There you go.
Yeah, there it is. There.
Wait,
we
wait, wait. Oh,
go. Get in there. Get you a good one.
get you a good look.
But yeah, guys. Again, always a pleasure to have companies like Dave's and Scale 3D engines, things like that coming over here, guys. And we love working with Legend Hobby. They've been good to us. Thomas is always good to us. And like I said, we're working on the T28, and anything we can bring to you guys to help you out, it's what we're here to do. John said, "Pulse, tie to the transponders." There we go.
Gonna squawk 7700. I think that's terrorist plot, terrorist code. I don't know, something like that.
But yeah, so as we go along with this T28, we're trying to get things going for you guys, and trying to bring you any information that we find. And as I start putting in these lights and hooking these up as well, I'll show you some ways. And like Dave said, use the little ball and chain thing to drop in there, and that'll find, not your wife, that'll help you find the hole and drop it down, and you wire your lights. So that's pretty, I never thought of that. That's pretty good.
So you stand your wing up,
Yeah.
and then you just dingleberry it down.
Yeah,
with
you
the
put
weight.
the little ball and chain like from a ceiling fan on a piece of twine.
So you're trying to tell me that you take the wife and you let her go down like
Yeah,
that?
yeah. Shove her in the wing, and yeah.
It's a good idea.
Uh-huh.
I just use a real fine spring steel, and I fold over the end and make it a radius so it doesn't hit any corners. Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, that'll
It'll
work.
work. Anything works.
I've got all the go get 'em wires, as they call it, from
Go
Motion
get 'em
RC,
wires.
the metal wires over here. They work good for pulling servos, but I do like the little chain thing. That's pretty cool.
That's a good idea.
You know,
Like
I just threw one away the other day. You know?
Did you?
Yeah, about a little, about that long. I threw it away. Should have kept it.
Yeah.
I think I got some more over here anyway. They come off of all kinds. I save all kinds of. You know how we save things
You got
nowadays?
so much crap, dude. I don't
I mean-
even have any money, and I got so much crap everywhere.
I mean, I don't look this right here. Where's it at? It came in the lights that Lakin got the other day, and I said, "No, don't get rid of that. That's good for vibration."
Yeah,
on
and
a
he's
plane."
looking at you like,
Yeah, he's like, "What do you want to do with that?"
wrong
I'm like,
with you?"
"Save all that little foam rubber you can get, man. That's great stuff for vibration issues." Let's see. Scott said counterclockwise swirl and then it go through. Yeah. Take the chain and you'll find the hole. Is that what they say, Craig? But yeah, so again, we're super stoked over this T28. It's coming along great. It's looking really good. Yeah, it's looking nice, isn't it? Yeah. Got to get the wings. The wings are done, so we just got to get them put on.
The wings have been done. The only thing you got to do is the canopy and the engine.
Well, I'm waiting to finish the canopy until I get Sean's 3D stuff to go in the cockpit.
And what's the time frame on that?
Should be any time now.
Really?
Yeah, should be any time. Yeah, because we had him on here a couple of weeks or so ago, and he said a week before that, about 3
It's been
weeks.
a couple weeks.
Oh man, yeah.
Dang.
Time's flying. You're getting old.
Where have I been?
Just getting old, man. That's what it is.
No, man. I'll be 60 in what, a couple hours?
I'll be 58 in August.
58, you youngin.
Yeah, right. Young. I don't feel like it most days.
I'm sure Tim Toutont's going to chime in on that one.
Yeah, he's gonna play us a song on his
He's
new
going to play us a song on
saxophone.
that clarinet. Not clarinet.
Saxophone.
Saxophone.
Yeah. You got him a new one. Let's see. How did you do the wing servo wires to the fuselage? I'm going to get the connectors. Matter of fact, I may talk to Dave
Just
about
like that,
this.
except yours mount, right?
No, I don't even want them to mount.
So you just want them loose like
They
that?
make like these rubber-looking ones that are
Yeah.
kind of shaped like a computer.
Yeah.
I'm sure Dave's probably
Yeah,
got
like a
some-
9-pin, 11-pin.
Yeah, and you just plug them in, and that's what I want for everything to come in. They also make the flat ones. I like the
Yeah,
flat ones
because
that
it's
look like.
an oblong looking shape like that, right?
Well, you can get
Almost
those,
like an
but they
H-pipe.
make the flat ones like my Beaver has.
You had to bring it up.
The flat ones look like big servo connectors, and Ken put those in there. And they look really, they're really
because
cool.
I've seen those too on RC groups.
Yeah, and that's something I'd probably like to have on this T28 is the flat connectors that can plug like just one big servo, and everything's plugged in.
Because that's what I got a problem. I got a problem with that on the L19. I got one side has 7 wires coming in from the one wing because I got double lights, flaps, wingtip light, and then the aileron. So it's almost like 6 or 7 from one side.
Well, you ought to ask Dave because he could probably make a custom thing for each side, you know?
Well, I've only got 6,000 projects going, so.
Well,
unless he answers the phone at 3 a.m, I'll call him.
I doubt that'll happen.
Yeah, you never know.
You are awake at 3.
Oh, this is Dave. Who's this? Hey, Dave, this Wayne. You said to give me a servo reverser. Can you get it tomorrow? You know how people are, right?
Yeah.
No, Dave, no, that's not how it works. We're old. Just take a little time, whenever you can. You get it here, great. If not, well, we'll just have to deal with it.
Yeah. Let's see. John said, look at the Hanson RC for those connectors.
Hanson RC.
Hanson RC.
Hanson RC.
Yeah.
All right, let me look it up.
I guarantee you that Dave can get them because he can get
sure
about. From what I'm hearing, he can probably just about do anything and probably get the wires there and everything. Because if he sells the servo leads, everything he'd probably send them right to you already done. All you got to do is plug them in. You know, so that's what I want to do. I just want to plug and play. You know, get it done.
Hanson RC, servo connectors, wires, Hanson Hobbies, wire tools, connector kits.
See, that's what's so great about this whole networking thing. Everybody's always got a little something they can talk about and tell you. I mean, you learn something every day. I've never heard of Hanson. You know, that's one of the singing
Probably never heard of us either.
That's
how it works. It's a two-way street.
Exactly. Who are these clowns? Let's see. Jeff and Wayne, the Zero is not here yet, but soon, hopefully. Well, come on, Jared. Now you got to tighten up, buddy. You were going to get that back in the spring, Christmas, Santa, but he did buy a new vehicle, so I understand.
Oh, he did? What'd you get? Mercedes?
He got a 4Runner.
Ferrari?
He got a new 4Runner.
He's got kids?
No.
Lucky guy.
I don't think so. Yeah. Scott Monarch said 12-pin, 2-row locking connectors are great.
Yeah, that's right. I've seen those. Those are flat, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's the ones
nice and thin, and
that's what's in the Beaver. That's what I'm talking about. Pop them in. Yep, that's what I'd like to have. Just something thin. Let's see. Yeah, y'all hit that thumbs up like Mom said. Y'all got to get those thumbs going, man. Get all the thumbs in here you got. And don't forget it again, guys. If you go over to Dave's RC, use Flight Club 2024 as the code, and you'll get 10% off your entire order. I mean, that's pretty good, guys. I mean, pays for tax and things like that. So every 10% helps. I hadn't heard McDonald's giving 10% off yet. Have you?
Do you remember going to McDonald's and only spending $1 and then getting hamburger fries and the Coke and getting change back? Now, does that date you or what? I told that to a kid at college, and they said, ain't no way. I said, man, we used to go, and I think it was like 1975, 1976, you go to the grocery store. I spent $100. You had 14 bags of groceries.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Now you
might
get
have
like
2 if you're lucky.
If you're lucky. I just talked to a girl that works at the gas station over here where I go all the time. She goes, yeah, man, it's depressing. I went to the store. I spent $200 and I got 2 bags of groceries.
Yeah, it's sad. It really is sad.
Probably all alcohol, I guess.
I don't know, but people are.
I don't know. Yeah, it's it's crazy because your government says, oh, we're only at 8% inflation. You think someone's lying? You want some fries and lies with that?
Well, we also have an intelligent president. Didn't you know that?
He's not even taking a cognitive test because he doesn't have to. He'll take every test you want, but that one. That's amazing.
Yeah. Snow River said, yup, you could get a cheeseburger for 25 cents.
Oh, man, that's before my time.
Yeah. Yeah, 10 for $1 at White Castle.
10 for $1.
Yeah,
you better have a bathroom close by because I've watched that grease just ooze out the side of that plate.
No doubt.
With all the onions.
Exactly.
Going through Chicago there.
Yep. Well, guys, look, it's about that time of night. We're going to let you guys get out of here. We've had a great evening hanging out with Dave's over at Dave's RC Electronics. Definitely check them out. The website's rolling across the screen. Just don't forget to put an E on the end. And
barcode.
No, we don't need that barcode.
How about the question of the night? You ready? You guys ready for the question of the night? Where does synthetic motor oil come from? All right. You just put your answer in there.
Why can't you come up with questions like this on a night we're not giving something away?
I don't know. It just depends on my medications.
See how his mind works, guys? You can't come up with stuff.
Squirrel!
Exactly.
Squirrel!
That is sad, isn't it? Oh, man. Yeah. So where does synthetic oil come from? Is that the question?
I'm just trying to see if anybody had Trump's hair. That's funny.
Dang. Oh man, come on now.
All right. It doesn't look like anybody's chiming in.
Drink.
Drink. Take another drink. All right. That's all you got? You know?
You've told me before, but I want to see.
I know. Synthetic motor oil
Mhm.
comes from natural gas. You wouldn't think in a million years it would.
No.
Now, how do you get motor oil from natural gas? Well, obviously, they figured out. And it's like, who came up with the idea of ketchup? And they were throwing all the tomato rinds away. And the
Yeah.
guy goes, man, we could make something out of that. And he's the dude that came up with ketchup.
Oh, well, there you go.
That's where it came from.
Now we know you're just a plethora of knowledge, man.
Yeah, well, it's not very useful, but it's there.
All right, fellas. Well, look, we're going to get out of here and let you guys enjoy your evening.
China.
And, yeah, China. It's probably something.
Distilled petroleum.
Now they're chiming in. Thank you guys for being here tonight and enjoying the show. Thanks again to Dave for being here from Dave's RC Electronics. Don't forget to check out the website and see what he's got. Give him a call. He'll even talk to you on the phone, guys. And also, you get a discount. Use Flight Club 2024. He's working on stuff all the time over there, and he'll make you something custom if you need it, guys. So definitely hit him up. Let him know what you need. And if you do call him on the phone, tell him you saw it right here and let him know that, you know, he's somebody now. He's famous now. He's on TV, you know, you never know. But thanks so much, guys. We hope you have a great week, a safe week. Fly for us because the weather here has just been crap as far as wind and rain.
It's supposed to be
and
nice
cold.
this weekend, I hear.
Of course. Well, we'll see when it gets here. You know what I mean? I mean, you're off. You can take off. I can't. So that's how that works on the weekday. So, but yeah. So anyhow, right here next week, 8:30 Flight Club. You guys have a great night. Be safe, and we will see.